Greetings Guardians and welcome back to my channel. I'm Unclearito, and today we've had the Season of Opulence drop, and we've had the Menagerie and the Crown of Sorrow raid. I want to talk about the Menagerie today, so let's jump into that video. Alrighty guys, so the Menagerie consists of multiple stages where you'll have a little bar on screen like you see there, and you've got to get so much, we'll say XP per round before you can fight the boss. Each round has a maximum you can earn before usually time expires or the round is over. If you don't complete the maximum you can get, they'll give you extra rounds and you keep going till you've sort of completed it. So I've gone through 6 of these that I've found so far. I'll be commenting down below if I come across any more during the Menagerie, but for now we'll talk about how to do the 6 that I have. And the 6 that I have is the Gauntlet run, the Abandoned Bathhouse, the Hive rune floor tablet area, the Flame of the Chalice, which is the start, the Stolen Light, and the Hive light. So there's 6 that I've come across so far that are pretty difficult. At the moment, being under-leveled makes it harder than it should be, but it is nonetheless an amazing experience. So first up, we're going to talk about the Flame of the Chalice. This is really simple. Take out the Minotaurs or the Giant Hive Knights at the start, and each of them will drop 2 balls you've got to put into the chalices at the start of the area. Really simple to do. Doesn't take too much. It's just, it can be quite difficult being under-leveled. And if you're finding you're not killing them fast enough, or you're not team shooting, you're going to have a lot of trouble trying to even get this started. But this is the first one to do, but it is the easiest thing ever. Each one will give you a little bit of XP towards the bar. You'll see at top corner getting to max. You can only deposit 6 lights and then the round's over anyway, so you'll usually finish the round before your timer runs out. The next one for me was actually the Gauntlet. So much like the previous raid Gauntlet, it is a running / boss challenge. Now each boss you defeat and every time you complete the run, the enemies will get harder and harder and harder and harder, especially if you're stomping them quite quickly and you're maximizing the amount you can get out of this. So be prepared for a fight if you want to do well in this area, which I think is a great way to do this. So each run of the Gauntlet gets a little bit harder and harder and harder, but it's nothing you can actually just stroll through jumping. You don't have to boost through or try and dash or use a sword to do it. You can actually do it at a leisurely pace. It gives you enough time. Once you complete that, you'll come out of the Gauntlet. It'll give you a bunch of XP towards the bar, and then a boss will spawn. Take out the boss, rinse and repeat, and that's all you do. It's actually a really simple encounter. Now, once you've completed that, I actually went to the Hive rune floor area where there's 5 Hive runes around the map and 1 in the center. Now you can actually get all 5 of these and kill 2 or 3 knights if you really push. This can be a difficult encounter. Every time you cap a plate or kill a knight, the enemies increase in difficulty. So during the run, enemies were 740 and I was 710. They were hitting crazy hard. We had lots of tethers and well of radiance and bubbles, everything to stay alive on the plate and not get pushed off. It was a hard task. It was not easy, but it can be done. Just gotta team shot those knights and make sure you're looking down the corridors left and right. The middle is insanely hard because they come from the sides, front and behind. So be wary for a fight in the middle. Try not to cap that one first. If it's your first one, good luck. Now after that, there's 2 that you can do in the same area. It's actually part of the opening to the raid, believe it or not. But one is Stolen Light, which is where a bunch of wizards will spawn. You'll kill them, they drop 2 orbs. Once they drop 2 orbs, you pick them up, take them to a deposit area, and then you get some points. It's actually really simple, easy concept, nothing difficult at all about it. But what gets difficult is the more you deposit, the harder hitting the enemies become. They start spawning ogres, more wizards turn up, more hive turn up, more thrall turn up, and honestly, you're just fighting and fighting and fighting and hoping you can get enough points to get out of there. So it can be quite difficult. Now in the same area, if you've not got wizards to shoot and orbs to drop, there'll be little specks of light on the ground, much like the sort of Vex or some of the Fallen Strikes we've done. We've collected the lights. You can collect up to 3 of those and then basically deposit them. The more you deposit, the more points you get, the closer you get to fighting the boss. So it can be pretty difficult. It's easy to figure out though. You'll see a light, you run through it, it'll give you a little buff on the left hand side of your screen, and then you just go, oh, go deposit. And then you just rinse and repeat. Make sure you are spec'd for defense and you stick as a team if you are underleveled. And the better you do, the harder enemies become, so make sure you're prepared for a fight. They will stomp you. Now, the stage of the area, I'm going to call it the abandoned bathhouse. It looks like the bathhouse from the original raid. So this here is a bit different. You have to kill a Hive knight. He'll have a sword and shield. Kill that guy, pick up his sword. You'll then see some shielded Hive boomers, or night boomers, whatever you want to call them. And then you have to hit those guys with a sword to drop their shield, then whomp them with the team. I suggest if you're going as a 6-man, or even if you're going with randoms, get to that room, just appoint 2 people to use with the sword. 2 people pick up a sword, and the rest just get the shield down, drop the sword, and start doing damage. It is a bit hard at the moment, being underleveled, and as always, the better you do, the harder they become. So you'll be able to just drop in the shield as fast as you can, ditch the sword, get out of there, drop a well down, start shooting. Just make it as easy as you can. So guys, I hope that helps you out with the few stages. If you've any questions about how to get them done, or if you want to join me over on PC, I am Unclear. So be sure to look me up for Battle.net. I'm happy to join any of you guys if you want help running. Currently just under 715 light as I'm recording this video. So not amazing, but I'll jump up pretty quick very shortly. Still got a few powerful engrams to chase. But until next time guys, as always, I'll leave the video playing as well. Just the rest of on my second run, I'll leave that video playing so you can see it in its entirety. Anyway, as always guys, take care of yourselves. Until next time, bye.
The Hive are an older race than you. Noble. Led by royalty with cosmic legacy. You've shown them that legacy means only as much as they can live up to. Amuse me, traveler spawn. made you breathless. I see what you can be. Show me what you are. auspicious performance. I shall cherish it as I drift off to sleep tonight.